So I'm going to talk about the hidden power of food. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Eric, the fitness physician. We're talking about my trademark muscle medicine approach, hormonal fitness, and health and performance optimization. So how strategic nutrition can transform your immune system. Of course, now it's getting into the summertime and we're talking about everybody getting, healthy, right? And we talk about this all year round, but how do we boost our immune system, keep it optimized all throughout the year? Now with allergies, a lot of stuff going around, smogs and fires and different, still getting some viruses and stuff like that. So then you look around, you see like, man, somebody, some people get sick all the time. Others just kind of cruise through allergy season or flu season, no problem, right? Well, it's not just luck. It's not just genetics. A lot of it has to do with how you fuel your immune system, right? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. And again, as with my specialty in health performance optimization, I've discovered that, your immune system, it's basically just like your body. It's like a high performance engine. You have to feed it the right fuel. If you feed it the wrong fuel, sputters and fails, baby. So you want to give the right nutrients at the right time, and it becomes an unstoppable defense machine. That's what we're going to talk about today. Obviously, this is probably like a 2 hour conversation, right? But I'm going to distill it down to some basic stuff. But your immune system and muscle building potential are very intimately connected. This is why I talk about the importance of muscle as an endocrine organ, as your organ of longevity, not just the muscle, but every part of your body. All you need protein, you need amino acids, you need all your fuel going to the right place to fuel the right systems, including your immune system. So here's some a couple of things. When it comes to carbohydrates, I talk about I'm a fan of more of a higher carbohydrate diet. I've been like that for some time. There's low carb, high carb, all kinds of diets, different tangent, but they all have their role. But timing is everything. Most people think of carbohydrates as the enemy. This is not the case. It's need them. You need them for proper gut health. And strategic carbohydrate consumption is one of your most powerful tools for immune support and stress reduction. So it's just eating them at the right time. Charles Poliquin used to say you have to earn your carbs. Boy, you have to time them, right? When you consume your carbohydrates, of course, around your training sessions, you get several immune boosting mechanisms, right? You get cortisol suppression. Post-workout carbohydrates can lower or modulate your cortisol levels. And again, when you're working out, you want your cortisol high. Of course, it's going to go high. You're working out, but quickly you want to get back down into a kind of a calm state. You want to go from sympathetic, move and fight and flight versus to parasympathetic rest and digest as quickly as possible. It's okay to get those intermittent spikes, of course, so they can be beneficial, and I actually time them to my workouts. But afterwards, you want to kind of get back down. And by doing this, you're also going to improve your immune system, right? You want your immune system running at full capacity. So by modulating your cortisol, don't want too low, but you don't want too high. This can help keep your immune system cells at optimal capacity. Glycogen replenishment. Of course, everybody knows about this for your muscles, but your immune cells also rely heavily on glucose as fuel. When glycogen stores are depleted, like after an intense training session, your immune system can run out of gas. So you want to refuel these critical defense mechanisms with strategic carbohydrate timing. The right carbohydrates at the right time can also trigger anti-inflammatory pathways, which can create an internal environment where your immune system can focus on protection rather than putting out fires, right? So, post-workout, 20, 30, 40 grams of carbohydrates with your protein is a great way to do it. Food is always best. Sweet potatoes, rice, or even fruit works great. Whey protein. Let's talk about this. Most people think of whey as building muscle, of course, but it does other things too. It's nature's ultimate immune booster. So again, like if carbohydrates are the fuel for the immune system, whey protein is the master builder, right? It's the protector. It's the guardian. Um, so again, you want to think of it as an immune powerhouse, right? So whey isn't just a complete immune source, a protein source, which it is. It's a concentrated sort of immune supporting compounds. A lot of people have never heard of, like, of course, most people have heard of leucine, right? It's the well-known amino acid for it, but it doesn't just trigger muscle protein synthesis, which it does, but also supports immune cell function, helps maintain muscle mass during illness or stress. Glutamic acid is an often overlooked amino acid, but it also supports muscle growth and immune system communication between cells to keep them functioning optimally. And there's also a connection with glutathione, most people have heard of glutathione as the body's master antioxidant. Whey protein contains high levels of glutamyl cysteine. It's the most bioactive form of cysteine available. This is the rate-limiting precursor to glutathione production. So again, glutathione is your body's master antioxidant and detoxification agent. So you need this glutamyl cysteine to fuel it to create glutathione. And these are involved in neutralizing free radicals that damage immune cells, supporting DNA repair, enhancing detoxification pathways in your liver, and maintaining the integrity of your immune cell membranes and keeping them optimally and communicating effectively. Cysteine is important as well. It also provides additional benefits. It also increases, of course, muscle mass and endurance, but it also boosts glutathione peroxidase, which is a critical antioxidant enzyme, reduces body fat through improved metabolic function, and enhances mitochondrial function for better cellular energy production. And of course, it's also important for production of glutathione. So high quality whey protein is going to have a whole other arsenal of immune supporting compounds as well. Immunoglobulins, which are natural antibodies that provide direct immune protection. Lactoferrin, which is a powerful antimicrobial compound that helps fight off pathogens, has a lot of other benefits on the body as well. Lactoferrin can be helpful for body composition, immune cell, gut health, and more. I use it oftentimes with people with disturbed gut function. Whey protein also has lactoglobulin, which supports immune system communication response mechanisms, albumin, which can transport nutrients and support overall protein status, glycomacropeptides, which are compounds that support gut health and immune function, and CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid, also has anti-inflammatory effects and supports healthy body composition. These are all in a good quality whey protein. A lot of people forget about these or don't know about them. So, as with everything, you want to look for a good source of whey protein. You want to get away from organic, grass-fed, hormone-free cows. You want to do the conventional stuff and choose unheated, non-acid treated, cold-pressed whey if possible, because the heat, the chemical processing can destroy the delicate immune-supporting compounds. Isolates and concentrates are all good. But however, whey protein isolate sometimes is overprocessed, removing many of these beneficial compounds. So look for a good protein concentrate as well. And avoid, of course, artificial sweeteners, colors, etc. And you can even check out mine at drericprimax.com. I've got my own whey protein concentrate very well, and also has some additional nutrients in there supporting brain health and vitality as well. So shameless plug, check it out. I'll put the link below, but drericprimax.com/products, and you'll check it out on there. So a concentrate, is actually almost the best. A lot of people talk about isolates and all these things, but the concentrate has all these other properties, which the other ones don't have. And you can also sometimes add sweet whey, which also has some immune supporting gut health. It's actually a natural prebiotic, which works really, really well. And I hadn't heard of this until a few years ago, and I started using it sometimes as well. So that's a nice little added pro you can do. So while strategic carbohydrates and a quality whey from the foundation, there's some other things you could do for immune optimization as well. People have heard about arginine, right? It's an amino acid. It supports wound healing, tissue repair, immune cell function and communication, muscle preservation, and creatine production, and increasing blood flow. And it can convert into back and forth with citrulline to help with nitric oxide production and blood flow. Zinc, a lot of people have heard of zinc, does a lot of things in terms of gut health, acid secretions you could digest, proteins, also supports immune cell function and development, helps with metabolism and hormone production, and it's an important antioxidant enzyme. It supports an enzyme called superoxide dismutase, or SOD, very important for this as well. So zinc is crucial. So other antioxidant synergies, again, you don't want to overdo antioxidants, but at the right time, at the right place, think of things like I talk about the fat-soluble vitamins, the vitamins A, D, E, and K, water-soluble vitamins like C and the good B complex, and minerals like selenium, copper, manganese, and of course, magnesium, very important. So of course, we want to build on your foundation, right? Incorporate, training variation, recovery. I talk big about recovering, right? Have some variety in your workouts, prioritize rest and recovery, and manage training against intensity. More isn't always better, and I see a lot of overtraining, a lot of enough rest and recovery. Stress management, I talk about stress quite a bit as well. Chronic stress is an immune system destroyer. So again, meditation, breath work, adequate sleep, social connection, put the phone down, time in nature. I'm big on getting outside, putting down the phone, getting out fresh air, grounding, getting sunlight on your skin. Your circadian rhythm management is huge. Of course, basic hygiene, right? For good immune system support, right? Washing your hands, touching, keeping your washing, maintain clean, clean training environments, proper food landing, all this stuff. So again, so I see when people like this time of year with allergies or during the winter with recurrent infections, you got to look at all these things. So if you're having, you might be overtraining, or you might be doing some of these things off. So if you're getting frequent colds or infections, your performance is going down just by being consistent. Increased injuries, delayed healing, loss of recovery, loss of motivation, mood changes, don't want to go to the gym. These are all signs that you could be overtraining. So sometimes you have to back it off, eat more and do less. Sometimes you just have to walk, do some recovery weeks, take some time off or some deload days. Sometimes less is more. I've had a lot of people I pulled back their training and increased their fluids and increased their nutrition, and they've actually bounced back. They've lost weight actually, which you think would be counter to because they're lowering that stress response. They're letting their body recover and heal. And then there's some advanced immune support optimization strategies too, right? Of course, I look at hormone optimization, but peptide therapy can dramatically enhance immune system function. I use a lot of other peptides such as thymosin alpha, which can support immune system communication and response, BPC-157, which can enhance gut health, where 70% or more of your immune system cells are, as well as reducing inflammation, improving signaling pathways. Thymosin beta is great for tissue recovery and repair. And there's other ones too that I can talk about, but I just wanted to give a little hint of some of these. And there's other peptides that we use as well. I use colostrum is fantastic for the gut, immunoglobulins, collagen peptides, GHK copper for peptides as well. And of course, again, I talked about hormone optimization like testosterone, very important for immune cell function, overall vitality. Thyroid hormones are critical for metabolic function, immune system energy, communication, pretty much every function in your body. and growth hormone optimization and is essential for tissue repair and immune system maintenance. So some of the growth hormone peptides are very supportive for this as well. So again, my Primex triple integrated approach, right, putting it all together, right? Remember, everybody requires their own program, but again, with my comprehensive Primex assessment, I look at all these things. I look at your immune system markers, markers of inflammation, nutritional deficiencies that could affect immune health, training load and recovery capacity, stress levels, stress management, sleep quality, circadian alignment, gut health, microbiome status, and so much more. So, again, you want to transform your immune system to keep you running full tilt all year round, right? First week or two, focus on post-workout carb timing, high quality whey protein, establish a consistent sleep schedule, begin stress management practice. Week 3 and 4, add some targeted nutrition support, zinc, vitamin D, etc. Fine-tuning your training intensity and assess and adjust, tweak and modify, and see how you're feeling, see what's working, see what's not. Weeks 5 and 8 and beyond, you can consider peptide therapy optimization, look at hormone optimization needs, and see the symptomatology and lab work, and implement advanced recovery modalities. Ongoing, of course, tracking all these things, tracking your markers, adjusting your protocol, and work seasonal modifications for different things throughout the year, working with a doctor or a nutritionist and all the above to modify as you go on. Remember, your health is your wealth, right? Your immune system isn't just about avoiding the cold or some allergies, it's about optimizing your body's ability to recover, adapt, and perform at the highest level. That's what I want for you, to feel your best, look your best, that you can give your best, live to give, and you make a mark on the people around you, make everyone around you better. So when you fuel your immune system with strategic nutrition, support with proper training and recovery, and optimize with advanced interventions, you create that foundation not just for better health, but for better performance in every area of your life. So don't wait until you're sick and think about it. Work on it now. Be proactive. The time to build your immune system fortress is now when you're healthy and motivated. So if you're ready to transform your immune system through the power of muscle medicine, reach out to me. Join the Primex tribe. Check out drericprimex.com/Dr. Eric Platinum Program, or just go to drericprimex.com. Check out all my program. Got a bunch of free books, free ebooks, and check out my protein products as well as my VIP program for the ultimate customization bundle. So please like and share this post. Everybody have an awesome day, and we will talk to you soon.